smell like strawberries.
Well, don't use the strawberry one then. There's
the
like
one that was
two
there.
types of Lynx. There's a Radox one.
Was there?
Yeah.
Is that on like a lower shelf?
It's on the windowsill.
You keep your stuff in a window.
It's one of the shelves that are available in our shower.
You always complicate things. I had a shower before the podcast because my life got very busy today. Not for any particular reason, just busyness.
Yeah.
Just general busyness. Has this desk moved?
No.
Oh, no. You sure? Yeah, strawberries.
Sure. Got me questioning myself now.
Yeah, got to keep everything.
You do smell very
things.
strawberry.
Yeah.
It is somewhat overpowering.
You're falling to the power of
strawberries. Yeah.
I use strawberry. That was quite a fancy strawberry one. I realised after I started pouring it.
Right.
But I used like a really cheap strawberry one. That one smells like an overdosed diabetic was blended into the mix.
It does smell like you'll die if you drink it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what? So tell me about it. So why did you start keeping all your what are they called?
What?
Not condiments.
Oh, the soaps and stuff.
Yeah.
So
it's good they got a name, haven't they?
The other option is to keep them on the shower floor. When you try and use that shelving bit, it hangs in one place.
It's true.
So in order to store things in there, you have to perfectly balance the weight on either side so it doesn't swing one way or the other. So I said, fuck it, and just put it on the bathroom shelf.
Sounds to me like you're not talking to it with an authoritative enough tone.
Oh, did it work for you then?
I didn't. I don't mess around with other people's condiments. Head condiments, we'll call them.
Yeah.
They're called something, aren't they? Cleaning
toiletries.
Things. Toiletries.
Yeah.
That's probably what it is.
Condiments.
Head condiments.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been rushed around today.
Is this the first shower you've had at our house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got. I laughed when I
heard.
Oh yeah. Forgot about that.
I wasn't sure why.
Your shower.
Yeah.
If you turn up the temperature, a bell goes off.
No, it doesn't.
It did. There's a bell in your shower, mate.
Oh no, there's a little button that clicks in to get it past a certain temperature,
and
so you don't burn yourself without realising.
And it's a bell, is it?
No.
There's a bell in there, mate.
No, there isn't.
Well,
I've had many more showers in there than you, who's admittedly had one shower.
I have realised, I've not realised, but I've definitely accepted that I am cursed.
Awkward?
Cursed is worse than awkward. We'll go with cursed.
Worse, but just as annoying.
I'm cursed in terms of, it's a blessing. Well, it's not a blessing for me, but if you give me something, it won't work.
Okay.
So, like, if you want me to test something, I'll destroy it. Right.
Yeah. So if I was like, look, I need to go on this mission to save, I don't know, all these kids from this flood. Will you look after my wife for me? It would break. It wouldn't work. The marriage would be over.
To be fair, organic stuff seems to have gone fine.
Right.
Look after my dog, all that kind of stuff. But all tech, as I've said in previous podcasts, it's just been horrible my whole life. As in, just the tech that I've had or experienced, I've seemed to have had more tech problems than anyone I know.
Right.
Unless I've done everything myself. It's a weird thing. Unless I've built it myself.
Yeah.
And done this.
Because you understand how it works then.
Yeah, and it's just... And I know that the stupid mistakes that I'll make. Like, I've tested people's computer games and been like, well, this is broken here and this is broken. Like, why did you do that? Well, I just did. I am the unexpected. I am the one who might knock.
Yeah.
But, might have a bouquet.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that might
could be a good beta tester for someone who's interested in finding problems in their thing that no one else will encounter.
And not even like ridiculously stupid decisions. It's just tech really pisses me off. Yeah. So I notice it a lot more.
It is strange. You have a lot of patience with people, more so than I do, but no patience with technology, which I do have.
I mean, I've spoken indirectly about Final Cut Pro before, but this week was another hurricane of Final Cut Pro issues.
Yeah.
One, it just didn't want to publish our episode.
Right.
Just didn't want to.
Okay.
It took it 6 attempts doing the exact, just exporting it again, and it goes, oh no, it'll get to 99%, and they go, nah.
Yeah.
I do it 6 times, and on the 6 times it does it. So they didn't have to change anything. It just had to be in a better mood. Right?
Okay.
So that was boring stuff. But yeah, I have problems with tech and all that, and your shower's got a bell in it. So do with that what you will.
Or nothing. I'm just going to put that over there.
Yeah, just separate that and just
Leave
live
that.
with the illusion of a bell in my
There's
shower.
a big pile of things that don't matter.
No, yeah, I was really looking forward to getting a haircut today as well. I didn't, because no time.
Have you not got a razor?
I
Do you not
have.
cut your own hair?
Yeah, but I also sometimes get my beard trimmed.
Okay, you go
And
to
I
like...
needed to
I've
have-
never had that done.
Only like a cheap barber's one.
Yeah.
Good for the money.
They do like the cutthroat stuff.
No.
No.
No, I haven't done that either. You need the place I go to does that, but you need to book like 2 weeks in advance.
2 weeks for a shave.
Yeah.
I want it now.
You got to be patient, mate. No, yeah, I haven't had one of those, but just in terms of like the past like 2 weeks, I've stopped. I was just like, oh, I'll grab my hair out, and then you get to a point where you're like, no, now it's incredibly uncomfortable to have hair again.
Yeah.
And we were doing stuff that I thought I needed to have hair for,
Right.
so I kept my hair, and it was horrible, just uncomfortable, and made me feel ill. I was like, well, I'll sacrifice everything. I'll go in and do it. So today I was like, right, I'm gonna go for a fucking shave.
It is weird. It like... I don't know if you feel the same way or care, but on myself, I notice if my hair just gets a touch too long, it ages me. And I think it's because I don't have like complete coverage, the same as you.
Oh yeah, I noticed. I haven't grown my hair in a long time. I think since I played that paedophile.
Right.
I think, which was when I was like 21.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Oh no, I grew it out when I was at
Played.
your house once. When I was at your house once, I think I grew it out, and I was like, it's really weird. You can feel it when you dry your head.
Oh, right.
And I was like, this is odd.
Yeah.
And now it's just, I'm aware of it. And I'm just like, it's just uncomfortable. So I wasn't able to do that. And yeah, I realised I'm always interested when I like to test humanity.
Okay.
Especially the humanity that's within me.
Right.
Because it's somewhat questionable sometimes. I've said before, I tried to abandon my brother in a casino car park once.
And you couldn't do it.
Couldn't do it.
No.
I tried, but I just sat in the car in a car park in like, an hour's drive from anywhere he knew.
Yeah.
And he had to go back into a casino to pick up his coat or something. I was like, I wonder if I could just leave this car park.
Yeah.
And I just physically couldn't. My body wouldn't move. And the other one's just, and I think it's a good thing, a natural thing, but I can't get cheaper dog food.
No. I don't think
I just can't.
I don't think that's bad. Like, I've seen
it's
the
a weird
shit they
thing.
put into cheap dog food. I think
Well,
I
it's
would
even-
be the same way.
It's even like quite good dog food. I think it's like a thing I was looking at was Amazon's got like their own brand of dog food.
Right.
I use a lot of Amazon products, and it's like, oh, it's pretty good, and it's like it's cheaper, like by a considerable amount, more than 50% cheaper, and still seems the same amount. I've looked up all the nutritional values; it looks good, but there's this a part of my soul that goes like, I know how happy my current dog's dog food, my dog's current dog food makes her.
Yeah.
Like she's like,
Have
just
you trialed
drooling when you
it
see
where you can see that there's a difference?
Not yet. I'm gonna try, but I just could. I had to really break through a barrier in order to do that. It was a weird,
Yeah.
paternal thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's paternal, but yeah, it was just like, don't worry. And it's dog. Dogs will eat anything. Dog food is dog food.
Yeah.
But you go, yeah, this one. Puts
Some of
a
it's
smile on their
just
face.
full of grain and ash, and it's like,
Yeah.
this isn't food.
Yeah, and I get. I get like premium
I've
stuff.
been with the cats at my mum and dad's. Like, I was the same with them. Just like, look, regardless of your stance, this is shit. Like, there's nothing should be eating this. Like, there is that kind of food, and we doled it out to them, and they just refuse to eat it. Cats are a lot fussier than dogs, but still, it's like a dog would probably eat it, but it doesn't mean it should have to.
Yeah, but I think it's like it's habit, because like you wouldn't eat like tinned food. She'll give or take. She just really loves this dried food, but I think because she's always had it. So her brain goes, this is the food.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, here's some slightly different food that's meant to be better tasting or whatever. And I'm just like, oh, yeah, but she might not be as happy. It's a weird little paternal thing I had.
Yeah.
So I'm not completely psychopathic.
No.
I relate to dogs.
There's some humanity in there.
Yeah.
I did see an article today that said scientists have tested that it was in particular it was millennials. I don't know if they tested anywhere else, but they said millennials have more empathy for dogs than they do for people, and I fully relate.
Well, we're technically millennials.
I've never ever been unhappy to see a dog.
Well, yeah, but not in the normal circumstances. Like, if I've seen a dog dead in the street, I've been like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? But yeah,
yeah.
that's where my brain goes. Yeah, but what about dead dogs? You know? I'm happy that dog's dead. Steve, you crazy bastard. Yeah, definitely.
I'm so sick of fucking social media now. Like, today has been a fucking eyesore.
Yeah, to put that into context, today's voting day.
Yeah.
So the general election.
The amount of posts I've seen that are, I'm not going to try and change your mind, but here's 8 paragraphs of shit that doesn't mean anything. Like, oh god, I'm so tired of it. And the stupid thing is that I don't have to look, but you just get dragged into it.
Well, it's just the amount. I mean, I don't understand social media anyway. Like, just the urge to tell people something.
The only thing I'm thankful for today is that I never got my head around Twitter, because I imagine it's a fucking shit show. Like, Facebook's bad enough, but at least people talk in whole sentences.
Whole paragraphs, whole essays.
Paragraphs, yeah. You know when to stop reading.
I just don't understand. I think it's just antisocialness, but I think it's also maybe it's what I was saying before about the angry demons and I need a machete in order to do domestic chores, right? In that, if you start voice, and I've said before on this podcast, I don't think I ever say my opinion. Yeah, I think we talk about stuff. I think I'm incorrect. I think I probably have said my opinion, but I'm just not aware. It doesn't feel opinionated. We
sort of go sort of roundabout as far as here's our point of view on like morality and the way you should interact with the world, but not I support this guy. Like we're never that direct.
Oh, but even without politics, just opinions on anything. I don't think I've ever given, and I think that's probably. A lot of stuff I'm quite insulated or whatever, and I think that if you're gonna open up that valve to tell the world you just had some cheesecake, how do you not explode with rage? Do you know? I think it's the gorilla demons are so carefully packed within my soul that if I open up just one lid, I think things could go mental. And I will be in the newspaper one day, but it's just a weird thing of like just to open up. I think that's my issue with you. Oh yeah. When I say about you doing something just normally nice, like making your coffee using 3 different apparatus, or something like that, I just go no, just use one, because if you use 3, then that's show. It's the Bill Burr thing about like. You want a cookie? Like being offered a cookie by an employee. Like, no, I don't want a fucking cookie. If I want a cookie, I'll ask for a cookie. All right? Don't just tell the world that I want a cookie. Yeah. Or whatever. It's that invasiveness, and you just kind of.
I didn't offer you a coffee.
No. Well, it's just seeing it. You're just like this. You're too comfortable. You feel too secure.
You didn't have to come into my house.
I didn't have to shower.
No.
The smell of sweet strawberries.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. I've detoxed, which was good.
Detoxed?
Of just life.
Oh, right.
No, just I think the last couple of weeks I started to I'm going to start being responsible again. And I detoxed, and I lost 2 days of a week. Just disappeared.
Sleep?
Yeah, I slept for 20 hours on each day. Which partly why I've been so busy. Like I think it was like the week or so before, I was just like, oh my god, I've lost 2 work days. I need to catch up with those 2 work days and do all the stuff that I'm meant to do. Yeah. But managed to wean off of it. I'm kind of like weirdly stable, which is strange. Right. But very adult.
Do you feel healthier?
I don't feel as addicted. Yeah. I want to say I've weaned off of like sugar. Is the main thing. And it's just this, again, what Bill Burr speaks about. It's just the sugar salt cycle. Yeah. If you have one sugary salty thing, that'll lead to another sugary salty thing, and that'll cascade. And I can get quite addicted to that kind of stuff. So I was just like, I stopped. I just feel myself kind of mellowing out. Not mellowing out, but being tired at the right times, waking up at the right times. Yeah. I have noticed some weird, I don't know if habits is the right word, because I don't feel like it's often enough to be a habit, but behaviours where
in my head, I'm like, oh, it's December now, it's Christmas time, so just ditch everything, eat what you want, and it doesn't matter.
Right.
And like, I did that for a week. I was like, I feel like shit. This is really dumb. Like, just, you're going to be seeing like all your family and doing all that stuff at the end of the month. But in the meantime, just fucking pair it in. You still don't need to eat that just because it's there. And all of that kind of fucking nonsense. Just because it's Christmas doesn't mean you need a cupboard full of biscuits. Like, it's not necessary. And it's this pattern of behaviour I've been in since I was a kid.
Yeah. Well, you used to keep your crisps in the fridge.
I did. I did. Well, still a good move.
I stand by it. I keep my biscuits in the dishwasher and my marshmallows in the oven.
Yep.
So everything's fine.
Saves dipping them, saves toasting them.
But yeah, it's not even that you want to do it. That's always the stupid thing. Yeah. You don't want it. You don't enjoy it.
No.
It's just habitual drug, subliminal drug behaviour.
Yeah.
So what I think it all is.
Yeah. Like this week I had kind of a pull myself in line week as well. Like just trying to sort of get back on the straight and narrow as far as diet's concerned. It's worked all right. It's a couple of slips, but like,
it's
taking that outside perspective where I was just like, this is nonsense.
It's so subliminal. I mean, how many times have you decided to stop smoking? You've walked into a shop and you've come out and you've got cigarettes.
A bunch of times. And the trouble is, if you tell that to people that don't smoke, I don't think they understand it.
Well, you can have,
because in a sense you don't either.
Well, I think it's the same thing with a lot of things. I think you can be like, you can walk into a shop and buy something that you weren't thinking about. Whether you're trying to give up on, I don't know, yeast. Do you eat yeast? Pizza?
Yeah, dough, bread.
Yeah.
Not dough on its own.
Say gluten.
Like,
yeah, whatever. Yeah. You're in autopilot and you just end up doing things. And it's not necessarily habitual. I think it's also, your body's craving a drug.
Yeah.
And your body's like, just get it. So yeah, you just find yourself just buying it, or like, yeah, your subconscious or your whatever's trying to do it.
Yeah,
it's odd, but yeah, detox, and yeah, don't feel good, but I certainly don't. I feel less bad. Yeah, which is obvious. Yeah, is what happens.
Well, it's what they say about meditation, isn't it? It's like that guy that he says it will make you 10% happier. It's like, can you live with that? Like, yeah, that's that. Can you live with it? Well, as in, God, would that make it worthwhile to you? It's like, well, yeah, I think it would. It
depends what you're doing, I guess.
Yeah,
it's like meditation. Meditation running, that was a thing. Anyway, so yeah, people used to do that, and I was like, oh, fair enough. Running can be meditative, but it's weird to think of meditating while running. People used to do it when they were driving. Yeah, and it was a whole, you don't have to close your eyes, that kind of deal.
Oh yeah, don't close your eyes while you're driving.
No.
And you know what? I've taken like a minute to try try meditating while driving. I'm just like, this doesn't work. None of this works.
This is very stressful.
It would be much more effective if I pulled over and meditated for a minute than tried for 10 minutes while screaming at people.
Yeah, and it's just how meditate however you like. You've got to find your thing. My thing is screaming. I like to scream.
Yeah.
So like certain music and certain songs, you get a meditative release from that.
Yeah.
Ideas come, whatever. It's always good. But yeah, it doesn't have to be going on with some candles.
No, fuck that. The spiritual side of it doesn't work for me. Although I tried... You
got no spirit.
What the fuck is it called? No, I'm a man of science or whatever. Kimchi, yeah, I've got kimchi. I tried... I can't remember... Is it called breath control?
Can be.
It's like that.
Just focusing on your breathing.
Well, it's
stopping breathing.
It's not just focusing on it in the same way as meditation. It's the way that you breathe, and the idea is that you do it for like anywhere up to like 20 minutes, and it puts you into almost a hallucinative state.
Breathing.
Yeah, because it's you're almost hyperventilating. And it's this whole practice, but the trouble is that while nobody said like, oh, it's dangerous or anything like that, nobody's come and said anything about it from a scientific standpoint. It's all from a spiritual stuff. And
you're talking about like shallow breathing.
Yeah, it's sort of shallow. You take
Rolf Harris breathing.
You take a breath into your stomach and then
your stomach.
Like so when you tense your stomach. So you breathe into your stomach,
like your
so that billows out, and then up into your chest, and then you let it out, and you just do that over and over again, and it's almost it
gives your lungs a break.
You sort of start to feel sort of like pins and needles, that kind of thing.
Oxygen deprivation.
Yeah, but it's not because you've been breathing. That's the thing. I don't know this. I don't know the science behind it, but it's one of those things that they sort of say is.
It's like Wim Hof, isn't it? Where the Iceman.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Something that he did in preparation for. Actually, I can't remember what he did.
He's the Iceman, so like he would like.
He's the Iceman.
You know the Iceman. No, yeah, I think he went in like the coldest water, and he did that. He does a lot of stuff with cold water.
Yeah,
nice. Being surrounded by it, freezing his body.
Yeah.
Shit. Oh yeah, I don't remember exactly what event it was actually.
I got to about 7 or 8 minutes into it, and everything was sort of feeling numb, and you feeling sort of a bit floaty and lightheaded, and it's before. But you're calm, and at that point you've let go of a lot of the
consciousness.
Not consciousness. A lot of the what's the word?
Stress, thoughts.
Yeah,
tension.
I guess tension. Your criticisms of the practice, like, oh, this is stupid, like that.
Okay.
That kind of
you
thing.
You open up, you let go.
The woman in the guided video just kept going on about it in a spiritual way, and then she was trying to get you to say mantras, and I'm just and it just completely pulled me out of it. I want to find someone like Sam Harris with meditation who talks about it from a scientific or philosophical perspective.
So listen to Duncan Trussell.
I don't know. I haven't
He's a comedian, but he's big on all that stuff.
Is he?
Yeah, he's good as well. That Joe Rogan crowd.
Yeah.
Duncan Trussell's pretty cool.
I might have to have a look. If I can find someone that does that, I might have a better chance of
I'm not sure whether like philosophy.
Doing it
he's
properly.
a comedian.
Yeah,
but like lots of the stuff he talks about is in that kind of.
But
zone.
not like talking about your chakras and karma and all of this bollocks.
But he does it in a comedian good way.
Yeah,
as in like he says he talks about Satan's imagery throughout the years, and he goes like, delving into how like that's probably just imagery for our own personal demons. That kind of stuff, and he does a lot of like mantras can be really good.
Yeah.
It just gets you into the same kind of resonance and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's just it's finding the right person. And if you've got a weird guide, then
well,
some people
it was just this woman. Like, I've not got anything against her. She knows a lot more about it than I do. But to attack it from a spiritual perspective just doesn't work for me and for a lot of people as well. Like, you start to get like the tingling sensations in your extremities and everything. And she talks about it as like, don't worry about that. That's just your energy, just like moving around. And I was just like, no, it's not.
It's just the oxygen not going to your brain.
Tell me what exactly it is, or don't mention it, and just say, don't worry about that. Like that's fine. That's all I need. Just tell me it's safe, but don't tell me it's my energy, for fuck's sake. I looked into it later on, and it's all it is magnets. Your body has a lower concentration of CO2 in the blood than usual, and that makes your nerves start to fire and tingle. Like, it's not dangerous, but it's like, just tell me that. Don't tell me about my fucking energy moving around, because then I don't believe that you know what you're talking about.
Is that because you're secretly worried that your energy's bad?
Yeah. Terrible. Awful.
So you're just
I don't have energy. So what is it?
I'm not thinking about killing everybody. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I never said that. Never thought that. Everything's fine.
Yeah. I'm going to leave the house now.
I'm going to go for a walk with an axe. Let's do it. But yeah, anyway, let's get into some of the news.
All right.
That was the other thing. Grown up.
Okay.
Feeling grown up. Slipknot's on tour. On a boat.
Oh, wow.
Which sounds amazing.
Okay.
But I'm not going. That's not like my adult thing. It's, no, I'm an adult. I'm going to see him on a boat. It's just like, I just think that
adults are seafaring.
I can't think of anything more incredible than Slipknot on a boat.
And you didn't go?
It's like $7,000.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah,
I'd love to, but more than the money, it's between $1,000 and $7,000, I should say. But it's not necessarily the money. It's just the idea that I think if I go there, the Matrix will end.
You just won't come back.
I think just the world will. What's it? You know the Truman Show.
Yes.
Yeah, when he gets on that boat and he hits the wall and he opens the door. Yeah, I think that'll happen. Like that's so ridiculously not meant to be real.
Yeah.
A bunch of Slipknot fans on a boat, moshing on a boat where there's the ocean and shit.
Yeah.
It's just like having a good time. There's a whiskey tasting with the band. There's all this amazing stuff going on. And you're just like, I think if you go there, you can't live anymore. That's just the end. That's the end. That's the boundaries of the real world.
I get what you mean. Like, I think it was last year or the year before, Chris Jericho started the same thing, but with rock and wrestling. Yeah. Like, so it's just a cruise where there's just wrestling shows every night, and after the show they all come out and get pissed with you and like
stop off at ports.
And it sounds awesome, but I don't know that I'm can do that.
It can't be real. You get there, you'd be like, I don't know how to function in this much of a utopia.
Yeah. Just like because
this
we're lawless
exist.
Now. We're on the ocean doing exactly what we want. There's no saying we have to go back.
Yeah, you just can't cook subtly.
No.
Because the rock will smell it. That's the only rule of the sea.
Yeah.
No, it's
exhausted the only wrestling quote that you know.
Yep. I killed my family and kids. That's the only other one I know. From the headbutt guy. You should. Yeah,
right.
Oh. That was his catchphrase.
It's a reference that no one's going to...
No, there was a wrestler.
There was. People. Chris Benoit.
Yeah,
and I sent you a video of him headbutting Stephanie McMahon because it'll never not be funny.
Right, yeah. But he went and killed his family?
Yeah, he had some kind of psycho breakdown and strangled his wife and kid. And they don't talk about him anymore.
But it's still a reference on this podcast.
Yeah.
Another one I know is, hey, you, what's your name? I just kicked Steph in the face. Yeah. That's all I know about wrestling. But if you go to this Slipknot on a boat, it makes my whole thing is it shouldn't exist. I'm so happy that it does.
Yeah.
But in normal world, this is like a parallel universe where this is happening. That's the thinking of it. Of like, this doesn't exist within our realm. Shouldn't exist. No, it's so again. I mean, Slipknot's quite pop culture now. Not pop culture, but pop metal culture.
They've become like
they're known by most people.
Yeah, they've become sort of like the older gentlemen now. Like when we were kids, it was like Iron Maiden and all of that,
right.
And now
that makes sense.
They've moved over into the legendary spot.
Yeah. But like, and they've always been really popular. But for some reason, this feels like such a Beatles thing to do. You know what I mean? It's such a like, this is what normal society does. You need to have a big enough demand. Really, you only need one boat full of fans. Yeah, and you got it. But it's just like, this isn't the norm, and I love that. But it's so tailored for me that I go like, this can't be real. And it's just like, if I went to it, I just have to change my whole life. Yeah. It's a weird thing. And that felt quite old. I don't know. Anyway. On to the news. And that's what I was trying to remember last week as well. Winter weather that was blamed for 7 deaths is heading northeast. The wind has murdered 7 people.
Don't let it get away.
Just one really pissed off cloud has killed 7 people. Wow. And now it's heading towards Finland.
Oh, shit. Watch out, Finland.
No, I think this is in America somewhere heading north. I don't know how serious this is being written, but while the stubborn system isn't as big as a typical midwinter storm, the snow and ice were enough to put a big crimp on travel plans.
And it still killed people. So
yeah, it killed 7 people. 2 boys, aged 5 and 8.
That's an easy kill, coward.
They drowned because their car got swept into a river.
Does that count?
Well, the river was, I think, overly wet because of this storm.
This river's a bit wet.
It was flooded.
Yeah.
So there was more water.
Yeah, I guess floods, high waters. Yeah.
In Arizona, 2 children, both 5, were found dead when a vehicle was swept up a creek. So into a river, up a creek.
Okay.
It's pretty dangerous for kids in cars. Don't leave your kid in a car.
No.
A 6-year-old boy fell over and hit his head when the snow removal equipment being driven, so I think like a snowplow, jolted. That's the weather's fault, obviously.
What?
Because it snowed.
Yeah.
It jolted and the kid fell forward and hit his head. And now he's dead. Bloody weather.
That doesn't...
Seatbelt? No. Well, I don't want to criticise the guy, but like, yeah, I'm not necessarily sure that's the weather's fault.
No.
I'd say like lightning, that's weather's fault, isn't it?
Yeah.
Earthquakes,
Yeah.
that's weather's fault.
Like, if you go over a pothole in your car and you're not wearing a seatbelt and you lose control, that's your fault.
Yeah, it's not, the sun.
Yeah.
Mudslides, I'd say that's weather's fault, because like just overpouring of rain. Forest fires, I'd argue, has somewhat to do with the weather, but yeah, there's so many forest fires that you go like, well, we need to kind of figure out.
Half of Australia's on fire now.
Oh, is it?
No one's talking about it.
No.
Don't know why.
Is it out back?
No,
it's people don't live, or is it just like people
all,
living in
all
fire?
around the coast? Apparently,
The coast is on fire.
Well, Australia is just coast because no one can live in the middle. But like, apparently, you can't see Sydney now. It's just smoke.
It's just on fire.
Well, like, because it's Sydney's not like woodland, but all that smoke has to go somewhere, and it just blows down down the coast. But no one's talking about it. And they've sent messages to their government that's just like, can you please call for aid?
Excuse me,
like,
we're on fire.
Yeah,
We've
not
got
listening.
Tupperware. Whatever the quote was from previous episode.
Yeah,
Yeah, and they're bothered by it. It's not as if like, oh, we're on fire, but it's fine.
yeah.
It's like, no, we're
all
on
the
fire.
citizens
Can
are
you
like,
please help?
hey, there's not many of us. There's only a few million of us. Yeah, we all live around the coast, and it's the coast that's on fire. And that bit over there, we can't live in that.
Yeah, the coast is where the water is.
May as well be on fire. Yeah.
Also in Canada, somebody died after the same storm caused a 30-car pileup. I don't know if it was on him, but like there was a big thunderclap and 30 cars just ploughed into it.
It's just insurance companies. Just blame the storm.
Well, that was the New Zealand volcano.
I heard about that. I haven't read much into it.
I think I haven't checked it in days, but I think 7 people at least died.
Have they died, or were they just unaccounted for?
They were unaccounted for, and then I read an article that said everyone who was unaccounted for is dead.
Oh,
I think was my vague understanding from the outside.
Merry Christmas.
But like, Jesus Christ, I mean, everyone loves a volcano, but like, yeah, to go and be like, if it erupts, I can get away. You're like, nope, it's a volcano.
Yeah. Well, I remember that one.
It's probably because of that storm
that went off in Iceland, and I don't know if anyone was killed in that, but like all the countries had to down their planes for days.
We can't fly anymore.
Like we're nowhere near it.
Yeah.
Just
well,
like
you had to fly like
towards it. Just go down all your planes, disrupt everybody because of this storm.
Turn off the flying.
Yeah.
Just remove it.
30-car pileup. Sorry.
Yeah, because of the storm.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Storm's fault.
Yeah, thunder. Surprise people. And in South Dakota, a man slipped off the road, like in his car. I could say that's weather.
That's
Frozen
weather,
road,
like icy
off.
weather. Yeah, that's fair.
Well, by that logic, a car being swept into a river, I guess the winds swept it, right? I mean, strong winds, you could argue.
It's possible.
More information's needed, really.
It's possible, but where were the parents? Did they get out?
Well, they didn't die. Yeah, I guess they weren't in the car.
Yeah.
So the car was unattended.
So it could be that the kids were driving the truck.
Yeah. And they drove it into a river.
Yeah.
Bloody storms. Oh, yeah. I've actually got some good articles this week. I'll hype that up. A dentist in Alaska allegedly rode a hoverboard while extracting a tooth.
That's skill, man. That's
He's
skill.
being sued.
Oh, did he do it successfully?
Yeah.
High fives all round.
Sued. I'm the same. I was like, that's amazing. Can you show me the video?
So he was in his surgery. Instead of being on his feet, he was on a hoverboard and using that to get from one side of the room to the other to get implements and whatnot.
Pretty much.
Right.
Yeah. No, like,
but he did it successfully. No one got hurt. No one was killed.
Everything was fine. He filmed it. He sent it to 8 friends.
All right.
And now he's being sued.
But these people need to get over it.
He's
clearly the raddest dentist that's ever lived.
Well, let's read through it.
All right.
A dentist in Alaska is on trial after allegedly extracting a sedated patient's tooth while riding a hoverboard. Seth Lookhart, 34, who's the dentist, engaged in an unlawful dental act.
Was it unlawful?
I guess so.
But
High-speed
what was that law
extraction.
made for? Like, I could understand,
hoverboards.
don't operate a vehicle and do a root canal at the same time.
Yeah.
But, like, that's because, you can't predict the bumps in the road and everything. But, like, not in your surgery on a hoverboard. What if he was a bloke with a prosthetic leg?
Yeah, or in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
You'd be like, yeah, that should be fine.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was basically, he's obviously not been taking it incredibly seriously in their eyes.
Okay.
I'd say he's probably taking it more seriously. You know, your senses are so much more heightened when you're flying.
Yeah.
Or hovering around. He also faces unrelated allegations of theft and engaging in a scheme to defraud Medicaid.
I see now if he stole the hoverboard.
I think like that. I thought when I read that, I thought he was stealing like her dignity.
Oh, right.
And yeah, I was like, oh, yeah, that's a weird thing to sue for. But yeah, if he's basically like suing, he's claiming more on their insurance than he should.
Right.
Basically, I think that's how it works in America anyway. He allegedly performed the tooth extraction on Veronica Wilhelm in 2016 when he was on a hoverboard in his office. He filmed himself doing the procedure and texted the video to at least 8 people. Ooh. It's a very important fact. Citing phone records in the text messages, Lookhart referred to his actions as a new standard of care. Legend.
Absolutely.
You got to break the mould. Sometimes he's got to try something new. Admittedly, the argument is, could he have killed her? If a surgeon was doing it, and it was, a heart transplant, and they were practicing their trapeze act at the same time, you'd be like, maybe you shouldn't do that then, because this person's life hangs in the balance.
Yeah.
I reckon that's probably more believable, right? You'd be like, no, don't be on a hoverboard while you're doing open heart surgery. Please, because it implies that you're not valuing this person's life as much.
Yeah.
And you could argue the same for dentists.
What can you really do
medication,
as a dentist, though?
You can overdose. Anesthetic was used.
Yeah, but I assume he's got a dental hygienist or a nurse in there with him.
Oh, she was on an elephant on a circus ball. She was busy.
Oh, right. Okay. So that explains this.
So I get it's a medical procedure. She's unconscious.
Yeah.
I guess there's a code of conduct that you kind of have to do.
Just don't record it. I've got nothing against you doing it. Just don't record it and
record
it to
away.
your friends.
But you got to expect that you're going to get sued.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing. You got to no, it's fine that you did it, but yeah, it might be very expensive.
To be fair,
choice.
I would understand them having a problem with him recording it. Because you don't really want to be recorded while you're unconscious at someone else's mercy.
Maybe.
Like that, I think that's a privacy issue.
You've put your trust in that person and in that space that person's ridden on a hoverboard.
Yeah.
But hospitals must do
the actual
that kind of
hoverboard
stupid
side
shit
of it,
all the
I've got
time.
no problem with.
Well, it's more dangerous. You've got drill in someone's head.
Yeah.
And you're on a hoverboard that could easily slip and kill them, I guess.
Yeah. But if you succeed...
Rock and roll. Go on a boat with Slipknot. What you did was outrageous, narcissistic, and crazy, said the patient in court. I was very upset with this guy's hoverboard skills.
Okay.
But the guy's lawyer apologised for him. He didn't apologise. He's like, I'm fucking... Oh, what the hell? At the end of the video, he held up his hands and was like, yeah! That was part of the testimony. What happens at the end? He fucking goes off. He's so happy.
He celebrates his big win.
Yeah. But yeah, I want you to know that as his lawyer, I apologise for what he did on that hoverboard. It's unacceptable, and be assured that when I agreed to represent him, I got in his face and told him what I thought about him for doing this.
Really?
That's what the lawyer said.
Okay.
He also said many of the things he's charged for, he didn't do and is not guilty of. So best case scenario, he'll be found guilty of a couple of the 43 counts and serve a sentence of 43 crimes he's being accused of. Might get an ankle monitor, and he'll be able to successfully resume practice someday. People are weird about dentists anyway.
Yeah, a lot of people. Well, I don't think anyone really likes going to the dentist. Like,
I never used to mind.
It's just one of those things.
It's fucking annoying.
And then after the ordeal,
after the wisdom teeth for 6, 7, 9 months, again, customer service.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
That's a year ago now, isn't it?
Yeah, around Christmas time.
Yeah,
but that's the thing. That's the other thing about feeling older is I'll come up with an amateur solution that turns out to be the actual solution to do.
Right.
And I have to talk the person through trying to help me in order to reach the solution that I've reached to without any training. In stuff like my car, I was like, my battery's broken. No, it's charged. Yeah, but it's broken. Well, okay. Oh, it turns out I have to replace the battery. I'm not saying it's because I'm cleverer.
Yeah.
But it's just like, are you not that sharp? I'd expect you to be sharper. I think that's the thing. I'm just being old. In other news, An Indian dancer was shot for briefly pausing her dance at a wedding. In the face.
Wow. Wow. What? Oh.
That was videoed as well. I don't know if anyone was on a hoverboard.
Jesus Christ. So she
paused
stopped
during a dance.
for a second.
I mean, how long's a pause? It's not 10 seconds. That's a freeze. So, yeah, it's going to be a very brief period of time when she's dancing, she stops and then just...
They were ready.
They were on edge.
They were ready to shoot her.
They hadn't tweeted in a while. They just opened up that hatch and those demons came out.
Wow.
There was a video of it.
Great.
That got spread around. I haven't watched, I haven't seen it or anything.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it happened... what did I say? It was in India. The suspect is on the run, but we're confident that we'll arrest him soon, said the police.
Oh, good.
It's a good thing to say.
Yeah. We're sure we'll get round to it.
But it goes on to say, wedding violence is a common phenomenon in certain parts of the country where many guests carry guns, mostly to fire in the air to celebrate the occasion.
Yeah, not to shoot the entertainment.
Another one was a pregnant woman was dancing. Someone at the wedding came and shot her in the uterus.
Jesus Christ. What's going on?
What are you doing? One, there's a whole gun argument you could have if you wanted.
Don't.
Two, but
the person's obviously a fucking psychopath.
How did they get an invite?
Should we invite him?
He's a little bit, shooty stomachy.
Yeah, but he's a friend of your mother's.
I want to fill out my side of the aisle. Other tragedies happened by accident. In November 2016, a gun-toting, self-proclaimed God woman killed 3 people, including the groom's aunt, after firing celebration shots at a wedding in the northern state of Haryana. Celebration shots at a church during a wedding. Because you are a self-proclaimed God woman. I'm a God woman, don't you know?
Yeah.
In 2018, Punjab, police arrested a man after he had allegedly shot his neighbour by accident. And that was like shooting bullets in the air, and, he must have limped his wrist at one point and shot his neighbour in the face.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so that's India. On to Stoke. I've started following more local news.
Okay. Whatever happened to Saddington?
I'm working on a segment for it before I get too invested. And I've just been really busy and asleep.
Oh.
But yeah, Saddington I feel like is going to come back. I don't think anything good can happen in Saddington. If you're from Saddington, let us know. We'd like to know how you survived.
Yeah.
What happened.
How you deal with that fact on a daily basis.
Yeah, moved in under the stairs, then moved into the shed, and then escaped. Whichever one of those. But in Stoke, a woman, 26, was jailed after wielding a blade in a pharmacy she was banned from. I didn't know you could be banned from a pharmacy.
Well, I think if someone else owns a thing, anyone can be banned from it.
Oh, yeah, but having a restraining order against you from a building.
From medicine.
From a building.
Yeah.
Like, you can go to another pharmacy. It's not like you're not allowed within 20 yards of paracetamol. It's just like you can't come to our pharmacy.
Yeah, but if you can be barred from a pub, you can be barred from a pharmacy.
Yeah, but people go to pharmacies because they're sick and they need medication. I think that's the difference, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's wrong. I just didn't know that you could get barred.
Yeah.
Have a restraining order put onto you from a building. You can be barred from a pub. You can still kind of get into the pub. That it's more you've been kicked out. I've never known anyone who's barred, but then you get it more in this area, right? The more rural areas.
I guess so, yeah. I've known a lot of people who've said, "Oh no, I can't go in there anymore. I've been barred or whatever." But I've never actually seen that enforced. I've never been in a pub and seen someone who was barred come in.
I think a lot of people probably find it humiliating as well. They just don't want to go back.
Yeah,
for whatever they did.
Yeah, I think it's a power move to say I've been barred. I couldn't. Yeah,
power move.
I couldn't go even if I wanted to, which I don't. Even though all my mates were there, I don't want to go there.
I was too much of a legend.
Yep.
Came in on a hoverboard, people freaked the fuck out.
Yep. Got my picture on the wall.
It followed a conviction for threats to kill and send threatening messages to a pharmacy. Stoke-on-Trent.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking kill you, stupid pharmacy.
Love my hometown.
Nervous building.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Waving a blade around.
Building.
To be fair, like the place up in Crewe, the retail park in Crewe, I've seen police cars outside Boots more than I've seen them anywhere else. Like there's always seems to be things kicking off in there.
Boots.
Yeah.
Which is just like a pharmacy, basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, health, hair, lots of hair stuff.
Lots of hair stuff. They do like eye exams and stuff. I don't know how you can get violent at an eye exam.
Winked the wrong way. I don't know.
Yeah. Optometrist on a hoverboard.
Read the letters while I zoom around.
This is difficult.
Do you get your eyes checked?
I got them checked last year. I think last year for the first time since I was like 12.
What do they say?
They said they're fine.
Well, you've got fucked up eye, haven't you?
Yeah. I did mention it because still some people don't really notice because a lot of people don't pay attention to me.
I didn't notice. I just thought you were disinterested.
There is that as well.
It's just like I can't remember the name for it, but it's somewhat lazy. It's a conditional, contextual lazy eye. Like sometimes you don't have it at all.
No,
but sometimes you just have it. And I'm like, I remember that first noticing it years into our friendship, and I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's like, fair. I just didn't. That makes so much sense.
Yeah, no, it does exist, but it's weird because it looks off, but it still sees in a straight line. So I don't quite understand
like
how
a
it works.
Scooby-Doo painting.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah. It is strange, but no, they said vision's absolutely fine.
But there's like stuff that you can do to help that, right? I would assume they might have said it. That eye patch I was wearing on the podcast is designed for that.
Yeah, well,
you're meant to like the same way that like people who have glasses.
Yeah,
they're not meant to wear them all the time.
I looked into it, and it's at some point, and it said you have to at a young age you can start sort of retraining the muscles. But anywhere past your teens, it's kind of too late to do it. Or something like that. And in my teens, it wasn't... I don't think it was as noticeable.
Right.
I think it's just one of those things that just gets worse as you age.
You just grew in the wrong direction.
Well, part of me did.
Yeah. Left-leaning.
Yeah.
Whatever that was. But anyway, police responded to report of the defendant refusing to leave the pharmacy. And I'm not leaving. Even though she was barred. She did not initially respond to a request for details. She was smiling at officers. What a bastard. They explained she needed to leave, and they would remove her forcibly if she refused. She refused and said, if you remove me, I'll come back. Well, yeah, it's kind of then. Well, you cannot return to something that you are already in.
Yeah.
So, of course, if you leave, you come back.
Yeah.
She then pulled out a Stanley knife and pushed the blade out.
Okay.
Which is like a
somewhat threatening,
cheap working man's flick knife.
Yeah. It's for cutting masking tape, and
it's a knife that's safe when it's retracted because it's just plastic. And you retract it.
You push it out. It's like
extract. I don't know.
Yeah,
that's wheat.
It's almost like an injection. Like it's that kind of action.
So she wielded the blade.
Yeah,
that's what you're saying. She ignored police to drop the weapon, and she was tackled to the ground. And then she said, "Oh, by the way, I've got loads of spare blades in my pocket." So I think she kind of gave up at that point. But she was arguing that this was her lawyer. She did take the knife out of her pocket, but she didn't threaten anyone with it. Well, she brought a knife out. That's pretty. Changes the mood.
Yeah.
If you start wielding and unsheathing a knife.
True.
It's going to change the temperature of any room. She had no intention of causing any injury, although she acknowledges that the people that were there present would not have known that.
Yeah. That's fair.
I started pulling out a gun, shooting things. I didn't want to shoot anybody.
Yeah.
No one was going to get hurt.
No one was going to get hurt, apart from the person who stopped dancing.
When shot.
Yeah.
To the face.
Yeah. That was the thing. The police outside Boots... There was I think it was last Christmas, they got called there because someone ran in, and while they were walking down the aisles of all the Christmas gifts and all of that, surrounded by people, they took a knife out of their pocket and slit their own wrists.
That's pretty great.
Christmas,
pretty good. Yeah.
Just a strange thing to people, I guess.
adds a nice little flair of drama to the whole situation.
Yeah.
Walking down the aisles of presents, bleeding to death. Getting more and more delirious.
Yeah.
Or what, CO2 deprived, your fingers start tingling.
Things start getting a bit tingly. Ooh, I'm feeling spiritual. You're looking shit.
It's Christmas. Are you doing Whamageddon?
Well, sort of.
You're paying attention to it. That's another thing that's gone on social media. It's evolved now to Christmas bingo, I believe.
Oh, I saw someone posted that. Yeah.
Started a year or two ago, didn't it?
Yeah,
I don't want to accidentally listen to Wham.
It's just a bit of fun.
But that's the thing. I'm not against it. I can't do it.
Right.
Because if you open up that valve, just like, so what? You start taking it seriously, right? What happens when you fall into Whamageddon? Do you just lose your shit in public?
No, but it's like losing.
Start cutting your wrists and walking around boots.
It's like losing a raffle. Like, oh, damn. That's it. That's the only.
You don't get violent when you lose raffles. I wanted that side of beef. Fuck! If you lose your shit at a raffle,
that was the worst. That was the worst. The worst thing is winning at a raffle after someone else has already won and gone up and taken the thing that you wanted, and then you get up there and I've technically won, but I don't feel like I've won.
I thought it was like a raffle number of a specific item.
Sometimes they are. Sometimes it's a choose your own
buffet.
Yeah, the choose your own is it's a bastard of a thing, because by the end, like, there's just everything on there is shit. It's just awful.
But yeah, again, wouldn't that just, you lose your mind? And I don't even know if I would, but I know that I could, so I try to avoid it. That's why I always avoid a raffle.
Yeah, I usually partake in raffles because it's an event I'm going to and it's raising money for charity. That's usually, I think that's the only time I really do it.
I just give money to charity.
Good for you. I'm selfish. I don't care.
And you gambling, drug. In other news,
I suppose it is gambling.
Well, not really, though, is it?
It's passive gambling, like the lottery.
It's going out for a curry with friends.
Yeah.
It's like everything could go wrong. You could get sick, right? I mean, there's stuff.
Yeah.
But it's not really, I guess. Anyway, we spoke before about you really wanted to become a social media influencer. You wanted to be like this Instagram guy about zebras or something, a zebra skin coat.
What?
You were like, I'm going to be the cool guy. That's what you said. We might have been recording them, but you definitely said it, and I'm establishing that.
I don't think that ever happened.
We spoke about social media influencers.
We did a bit, yeah.
Sunbathing their arsehole.
Oh yeah. Mag.
Yeah, we were like, it's a weird profession to have. Do you think they're clever people? Well, I know that you don't think they're...
I think some of them must be.
Yeah,
I think there's just as much odd of you being clever or being dumb, but I do think it's one of those things that more superficial people aim to be an influencer, and the smart people end up being an influencer because of the work that they do.
Yeah,
I think.
Well, I mean, this could be interpreted as clever, I guess. Right. This guy mugged someone for a website. So he tried to, instead of give me your wallet, give me your website. That could be clever.
Oh, sure, it's very
clever
influential.
People. Used GoDaddy.
Okay.
You know, you wanted to get this guy's website, web domain. And
right.
It was an influencer. So a 27-year-old social media influencer was sentenced to federal prison for an armed plot to threaten a man in an effort to obtain a website domain name.
Jesus Christ.
So he had to... I'll gloss over some of it because there's quite a lot of it.
Yeah.
He's been found guilty for one count of conspiracy to interfere with commerce by force. He plotted to intimidate the unnamed owner of a domain name and hijack the website. Yeah, he's an influencer. He started a social media brand called State Snaps in 2015. Don't know what it was. He had over 1 million followers on social media sites, which mostly contained images and videos of young adults engaged in crude behaviour, drunkenness and nudity. So just stupid young people videos. Uni lad kind of thing.
Yeah,
I'd imagine it being generous with that. When he attempted to buy the website called doitforstate.com, because many of his followers used the slogan "Do it for state." There must be some context somewhere on the internet for that, but I couldn't find it. The influencer made repeated efforts between 2015 and 2017 to obtain the domain name, but the owner refused to sell him the rights. Right. And that happens all the time.
Yeah.
Like
no one has to sell you their stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like there's already a YouTube channel called Pulling Teeth, and you go like, and it's not been used in years, I don't think, from memory.
Yeah,
you'd be like, oh, that could be quite a cool YouTube name, just youtube.com/Pulling Teeth.
Yeah,
but you go like, but people don't sell it because people don't have the right email address, so they can't be asked, they don't care.
Yeah,
and it doesn't really cost them much money. Well, YouTube, it doesn't cost them any money, I don't think, but
no.
Web domains, it costs them like $10 a year.
Yeah,
it's like I don't care about that. But there was a big thing, people trying to sell domains in the boom or whatever.
Yeah, for a long even now you get companies whose sole existence is to buy expiring domains and either sell them back to the people who forgot to renew them, or for like thousands, or sell them to other interested parties. Like I used to work at a playground company, and we would get people calling us all the time, like trying to sell us these domains that they think would work well with our SEO, and it's ones that have expired that other companies used to own. And they're like, well, maybe you could buy it for like £7,000 and we'll go from there.
And we'll just kind of give it to you.
Yeah. Click. No, it's just like, but it's just
the sad thing is it probably does work, because if you do slip up, then what, you're going to change your entire social media and everything. You'd be like, fuck, I'm just going to have to do this.
There is a big safety cushion, which I think is like no one else can register the domain within 2 months after it expiring or something like that. And they do make good effort to inform you.
Yeah.
So, but it still happens.
Well, you can force someone at gunpoint to try and transfer it.
Yeah.
Try and get rid of it.
Yeah.
The influencer asked his cousin to break into the domain owner's home and threatened him at gunpoint until he complied.
Wow.
He drove the cousin there, drove him to this web domain, said, you go in and you shoot him up a bit.
Yeah.
And get me that website. All right. It's my influencer voice. He drove his cousin, a convicted felon, to the house and provided him with instructions on how to transfer the domain rights to his GoDaddy account.
Right.
So he had like a bit of A4 scrumpled up paper with like, make sure you get the right DNS.
I need you to cut the red wire.
Just trying to figure something out with fucking... What gateway will you...
With a gun to your head.
With your gun on someone else's head. You're like, you know how to do this, right? No, I just own the domain.
Yeah, I've transferred domains before, and it's like, it's doable. It's not difficult, but it's lengthy, and it's a pain in the arse.
It takes a week.
It's just one of those, it's just a pain in the arse thing. I think if someone was doing it with a gun to my head, I would probably just let them shoot me. Like, life's not worth that kind of fucking pressure to do something so mundane.
You're taking this way too seriously, mate. Just shoot me and fuck off, would you please? Hopkins held the man at gunpoint and told him to follow the instructions to transfer it to Adam's account. Hopkins then pistol whipped the victim several times in the head. We'll give him a chance
that's funny.
Boot up.
Pistol whipping someone over a domain. Because it's such a violent thing to do.
Yeah, this for like an influencer who probably sunshines their own arsehole. It's like, why? You need a website for this so desperately you're settling for crime?
Yeah.
Do it for state. Drugs. It just must be drugs and stupid. I think that's, again, getting old. Yeah. Everything's just drugs and stupidity most of the time. It's like, you're just stupid. Or you're high. If you're just on cocaine is a hell of a drug. You know, you're just going to go mental on that, you just start to get a little bit warped. The man, fearing for his life, the victim quickly turned to move the gun away from his head. The man got control of the gun but was shot in the leg during a physical struggle. He then shot Hopkins in the chest and called the police. So the victim was like wrestled for the gun, got shot in the leg, but shot the hostage taker in the chest and called the police.
Checkmate.com.
Changes the whole website. The guy who he survived. The guy got shot in the chest. He's in prison for 168 months.
What?
What's that? That's 10.
Jesus Christ!
10
I
years.
suppose brandishing a weapon,
15
threatening deadly harm.
Yeah, breaking and taking someone hostage and torturing someone.
Yeah, stealing GoDaddy.
15 years. It's about 15 years.
Yeah.
Or 60, whatever it was. Adams must also pay 22. Oh, hang on. Adams is the influencer. So Adams didn't go in and do it. I thought he went in and he's the guy who went in with the gun.
Yeah.
But no, he just organised. And again, it's kind of the same thing, right? You organised somebody's abduction.
You influenced somebody else.
Your like-dislike ratio was so high. Yeah, 15 years in federal prison with 3 years of supervised release. I still don't understand that. Also, he's got to pay $9,000 in restitution, which I think is just like, sorry, for holding a hostage for your website.
Yeah.
And he's got to pay $22,000 for an attorney. He used prior to the discovery that he made significant amounts of money while the case was pending. So he was using the I'm being accused, I'm being sentenced to prison for 15 years.
Christ.
Subscribe. And, the burglar, the guy with the gun, was sentenced to 20 years in prison. So he got more than the other guy, which is fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
You don't have to do what someone tells you.
No.
I guess.
No. Like, that's like, being in prison for hiring a hitman. Like, it makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
You conspired to murder somebody.
For social media views.
Yeah.
If you open up that valve.
Yeah. Like and subscribe.
Anyway, that's me for this week.
All right.
Steve's collection of useless meanderings. Scum.
Oh, nearing close to Christmas, so we'll do a Christmas scum.
Scum.
Next time. Not
Next
this
time.
time. Not this time. This is not Christmas.
Okay.
Why bring it up? The 18th century, by today's standards, was shit, pretty much. And much like today, the aristocracy was full of totally shit traditions. One such tradition was fox tossing. In which two pompous twats would instruct poor people to herd foxes toward them while they stood apart from each other, each holding one end of a length of material. As the fox frantically darted between them, they would pull the material taut, hurling the fox into the air, and the team of twats whose fox flew the highest was anointed the greatest twat, and probably got to decide who to give syphilis to next.
Oh. Right, a few things.
Yep.
Aristocracy.
Okay.
Gets thrown around a lot.
Yeah.
Most people say it. My understanding of it is posh people.
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. People, the upper class, ruling class sort of people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got...
landowners.
Obviously, in today's context where you've got, what was that puzzle game? You got Candy Crush.
Yeah.
You can't be bored enough to fling a fox in the air.
Yeah.
But back in them days when there was no Candy Crush, people got so bored.
How about do something that doesn't involve hurling innocent animals into the air?
But there's an animal here.
There's what? There's what?
There's an animal right here. Gareth brought rope. So, let's do a bit of fox flinging.
Yeah.
I guess. Well, that's not a good example. I was like, I had a mate who used to rip wings and legs off a fly. That's not the same.
No.
He did it for fun. Sure. Is he dead? He killed some people. But now, have you got people that you went to school with that you're kind of
that I look back
about?
on and I'm like, there was something not right there. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I do that with myself all the time.
Yeah.
The more I remember my life, I'm just like, yeah, that's
there are
weird
people
kid.
in my life who I've lost touch with, and I'm like, I don't think I would want to get back into whatever mindset they're in now.
I'm fascinated. I just liked different people.
Yeah.
So yeah, I used to I had a mate. It's pretty strange, but yeah, he's the guy I said before. He used to go to petrol stations and drink from the pump.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good old Dan. Just wouldn't know where he is. He's not on Facebook. I had a look. I hope he's alive. Put it that way. He was a good-natured Christian boy.
Yeah, I don't really wish anyone dead, but
Yeah.
I do wonder.
Yeah. And a few others. Yeah, the guy used to rip wings off flies.
Yeah.
Who seemed like all right, but yeah, he seemed to go quite a strange path. There's a few people I know, actually, who I lost contact with, and then they went down a darker path,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Millennials.
Fucking entitled pricks.
Just empathising with dogs. not looking after themselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
All that kind of jazz. But yeah, you wouldn't throw you wouldn't throw a fox in the air?
You see, I got nothing against hunting, but I don't like fox hunting. Like, I got nothing against hunting
you don't
for
eat it?
hunting for food, and like as a like a one-on-one kind of thing, whether it's a gun or a bow and arrow or whatever, like fine, but like not me on the back of my horse with a herd of dogs tearing down something that I've got no intention of doing anything with except laughing about with my friends.
You're a millennial. You'd empathise with those dogs.
Well, I don't want to put any dog out of a
Riding
job,
on empathy.
but
Well,
there's other things they could do.
Well, I've got nothing against hunt. I think fox hunting is just a weird thing.
Yeah.
It seems it's one of those things like Slipknot on a boat. Where
It's
you're
just
like,
mean.
is this no? But just the whole we're all together on horseback with a bunch of dogs looking for a single fox.
Like, why does that make you feel good? Why does that make you feel like a man?
Same as a fete. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or a Christmas market. Something like that where it's just like it's more about the congregation probably because there's no skill apart from maybe horseback riding and dog following. That's like, oh, he's the best dog follower.
One of them blows a horn, so
Yeah, it was a bit musical, and it's a trumpet with no parts, no keys.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
your
So it's like a
face.
big kazoo.
I'm all for hunting people for sport, consenting people.
Yeah.
If that was a sport, I think it'd be quite cool.
Yeah, like the Condemned or Battle
Yeah.
Royale. Or...
Well, yeah, but consensual. Just like you can, you know, maybe it's non-lethal, maybe it is lethal, whatever you
like
want to do.
paintball.
Yeah, but like paintball is a sport.
Kinda. I
Kind
don't
of
know.
an
There
e-sport,
must be
not
world
really being an
championships
e-sport.
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
There's dodgeball archery,
What?
which either sounds great or underwhelming. If it's dodgeball with archery
Yeah.
and you have to dodge the arrows,
Yeah.
it's amazing.
Like
It's
we
probably just with little padded things on the end.
we were
Pathetic.
we took our annual trip with the family up to Cannock for them to get their Christmas tree last weekend. And we were sitting next to a fire eating a pork bat with a load of fenced in reindeer because they ship those in to have them next to Santa, and it's something else for the kids to interact with. And behind that was archery, and it's never been there before. And I don't understand why you'd have the archery so close to the fenced-in deer. Like, even if nothing goes wrong, you're still
Doesn't
giving
seem
them like
wise.
flashbacks and like just putting
Fears
them
of
through untold
Legolas
horrors.
or-
Yeah, I don't understand. It was a weird archery and Christmas are not two things that I generally put together. I've not got anything against archery. I always thought of it as more of a summer activity.
Yeah, or spring.
Yeah, spring.
Not
with
many
the-
leaves on the ground.
Yeah,
Nice bloomage.
with new life comes new death.
It's in The Weatherman.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
a good film with archery in it.
yeah. That works.
It's my contribution to the discussion.
All right.
So, yeah.
Fox
Flinging.
fox
I
tossing.
think people
fox
just being
tossing.
bored. I mean, when you're bored, you start to do stupid things.
Let's
and they're
break
all
this
on,
thing's legs. What's the most creative way to break this thing's legs?
everyone must have been on drugs as well. We were saying before how
Yeah, they're all
old
like,
ladies playing bridge were taking fucking LSD.
yeah. Although nobody's heard that because you cut that story out.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
People will hear about it eventually. Yeah. Well, just so you know,
Yeah.
in the future, you'll say something about old ladies doing LSD.
Yeah, look out for it. It's a doozy. Timothy Dexter ranted for an entire book about politicians, the clergy, and his wife. The book had no punctuation, so he released a second edition with an extra page of just punctuation marks, stating that readers could put them where they want.
You seem to know where it. You seem to know it so well, do it.
Yeah, it's like 300 pages of just ranting about his wife and everything. I'll publish that. Leather bound.
Get me Penguin on the phone.
I've got a bestseller.
Yeah. What is it called? It's called I Hate Miriam.
This is...
Your wife is my sister. This is not appropriate.
Yeah. Yeah, just one long 300-page continuous sentence about the clergy and his wife and politicians. And and another fuck you in the second edition. Like, well, fine. Here's everything you were complaining about. Just do have some creative license. Do what you want with it.
Again, a hero, a parallel universe where these things shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
But they're happening, and it's brilliant.
Yeah.
That's my equivalent of the Marvel universe.
What?
Crazy people just doing crazy things. Just
Yeah.
like, oh, look, it's like Thor.
We should.
Except he's, eating a cactus.
I think we are in a position now to assemble our own team of Avengers made out of characters of all the stories that we've told over the years.
Got that bastard neighbour who bought a little porcelain pig or woman that looked like his next door neighbour's wife.
Yeah.
So he's pointed it towards her and she's
100%.
freaked out and called the police.
Yeah. He raised a flag with his neighbour's face on it.
Yeah. Assemble.
We could definitely do that.
Just some bad weather turns up. Ooh, he's killed 7 people.
Yeah. And it's a lot of work, but I think like year-end awards, as far as like everyone goes, would be good.
Just the most brilliant, horrific things that we've covered.
Yeah.
The people involved.
Yeah. Our heroes of the year and like
To the baby on the swing.
every year.
Yeah. Still the best.
Well, that's the trophy, isn't it? It's just a baby on a
It's
swing.
just that baby.
A baby on a swing.
Sorted.
Yeah. We'll think about
We're at
that.
the point now where we can have an Oscars. Sure.
Yeah.
I guess so.
The Academy.
Yeah.
In modern society, we've come accustomed to feeling entitled to give stupid names to other people's stuff in polls and then act outraged when the people who actually pay for the fucking thing decide not to take our asinine suggestions. But many in the past managed to play the same game and win, such as George M. Willing. George was asked to name a new state, and in a panic suggested the name Idaho, claiming that it was an indigenous word meaning gem of the mountains. The name stuck, after which it was revealed that it was total bollocks, but no one detected it because he wasn't stupid enough to try and call it Statey McStateface.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it means something. One of the states means something, or maybe that's the joke.
That one doesn't mean... It's gibberish. Like, it
means
doesn't mean
something
anything.
offensive.
In fact, Idaho kind of sounds like, I don't know. I don't know.
Idaho. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's your trophy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, look at how stuff happens.
Yeah.
Just getting by.
Naming things.
What do we call this place that we are now in? I don't know. Yeah, just whatever. That's the importance. That's what needs to be done.
Yeah.
They're still changing names of places every now and then. They probably still are. They probably are, and they're probably still twinning cities. That's what people do.
Yeah, I never looked into that.
Yeah.
I meant to.
We'll need to do it for the awards ceremony.
Pulling teeth twinned with what the fuck is going on?
I don't know.
Yeah. And finally, parents are annoying and so are their children.
Oh. Good.
Sorry, Dr. Seuss had a daughter named Chrysanthemum Pearl, who he would dedicate books to and regale parents with stories of her at parties when they wouldn't shut up about their own kids. According to Seuss, Chrysanthemum Pearl could make oyster stew out of chocolate frosting and possessed superhuman embroidery abilities. She was completely made up. But that didn't stop Seuss from posing for Christmas cards with photos with kids he'd paid off around his neighbourhood to pose as her and 5 other made-up children. All because parents are annoying and so are their children.
The thing that got me was like, I thought I saw where it was going, And it was just like, yeah, just hired an actor to play this whatever. But it's like, no, just people in the neighbourhood, just kids. Do you want to be my daughter for a shoot?
Yeah.
Why? I just fucking hate talking to people with kids. All right. Loads of kids. I've got 70 kids.
Yeah. Well, I've got 12 this year.
Yeah.
So
Don't believe me? Look at the photo.
wait for the card. Wait for this year's card.
Yeah.
It's a doozy.
Going through increasingly elaborate lengths just to tell people to go fuck themselves.
Shut up about your kids.
Yeah, and then I always thought that'd be quite a good thing to do.
What?
Just lie. Like when it comes to like small talk with people, there's a few different directions you can go. And I think one of the best is just to make up complete nonsense. It's always the more fun way. And especially when they're just having so much joy with just talking to you.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never had it, but and I've had some stuff that a lot of people do, like a dog. People talk about their dog, show people photos of their dog.
Yeah. Never
really had that. But it's private. Other people they want to be so open. But then there's also the thing of just like maybe they don't talk to people very often, so they just find them.
Yeah.
But yeah, still fuck them. Tell them lies.
Yeah, fuck them.
Fun for the local
with
kids.
green eggs and ham, apparently. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good week. So yeah, extra stuff.
Yeah.
Extra stuff. We've done some stuff.
Yeah, productive stuff.
Yeah, productive stuff. Productive filmy stuff. It's quite weird.
Yeah.
Stuff that month that kind of disappeared for a little while. We kind of re-resurrected it and started
with a vengeance.
Yeah, and actually tackled it with energy, as opposed to it kind of being a thing of, oh yeah, we'll do that, and then just not.
Yeah.
Or like, oh, probably I'll get around to it, and then just not. And this one we were like, oh yeah, it's Christmas, we should do something Christmassy.
Yeah.
And it was strangely, like quite surreally productive. Not in terms of like we created something great, but just in terms of like I think the first time we've worked together on a project.
Yeah,
and
I think we may have had a small chance to do so when we were in uni, but even then, I don't think we ever did anything with much.
I remember something, but yeah, it was on like a VHS camera.
Yeah,
mini VHS.
We taped a load of stuff together in your house. And led it from the bedroom all the way down the stairs and then into the lounge where I was sitting on the sofa.
Yeah.
And you followed it down slowly with the camera for like 2 minutes and then it got to me. And I just went, what? And that was the end of the video.
So from the Oscar-winning people who brought you that... didn't even give it to you. I didn't even remember the first half of that. I just remember having a camera and walking into my living room with you on the sofa. Don't remember whatever was taped to.
Yeah. And
Balloons.
To be fair, the videos that you made with you and your friends, me and Vic still yell at each other about it around the house.
Oh.
One of like, shoot, bread.
Bread.
Yell bread at each other.
Yeah.
Bread. And green bins.
Yeah. Car wash. Car vac. Vac! Like for context on that was just, I think we were 17 and I was just like, we just went to Tesco's and I started recording on my camera, just random stuff and saying things. A lot of what I do is looking at things and saying.
Did you see it?
Yeah, that was a sketch.
All right,
kind of. Oh, do you have to link them? I don't know. I don't know how they exist.
I don't know if they're online.
But yeah, I've made stuff in the past. You've made stuff in the past. You had one about eating a banana in the bath. Yeah. We've done creative stuff before.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one felt surreally productive. We didn't do something Christmassy, and it felt like as we were writing it and going through it, as we got together to plan it, we were just like, I was just like, this seems doable within an easy time frame.
Yeah.
Because we've thought about it. That's weird.
Yeah.
And it was like, how are we going to fuck this up? It was just like, it felt like this seems very simple and very easy, and we must be missing something, and we're just going to lose momentum or not do it. But we ended up doing it.
Yeah.
Cool.
And it wasn't
difficult.
No.
It was fun. Did you enjoy it?
I did. Yeah, I like the whole process.
Yeah. I think we learned a lot from doing it as well in terms of what we would do differently in the future.
And I think it functions in the same way as the podcast does, in that we haven't missed a single one of these.
True.
But if it was left to one of us, we probably would have.
Yeah. Would have been, missed an episode or, slacked a little bit here and there. And it's been like, no, come on, let's probably do it.
Yeah.
And again, it's the whole mantra of this whole podcast really is, one, keep trying to do what you actually want to do. And most of the times people just don't want to do what they want to do. We enjoyed doing that. Why haven't we done it before?
Yeah.
Well, it felt like it was going to be more effort. Yeah, but it's effort that you enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was just like, it was good. So we made a Christmas video. I'll see.
Which one are we playing?
Which one? Yeah, we've done multiple. We'll
you can edit that out. I don't know if you want to reveal that.
No, that's fine. We'll play both. We're going to play both anyway.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, we'll have a little play of the first one. We're still not sure on these. We're not sure when we're going to release them. So this is kind of the first final draft of each of them.
Yeah.
They're kind of exactly what we want to do, but we might tweak them a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas. It was quite fun to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was definitely a good experience. It was interesting trying to operate cameras and be tied up.
Yeah. And in a very warm house.
Yeah.
Wearing jumpers.
Well, we had to have the fire on
hair.
because it's Christmas.
Yeah, but even without the fire, I think it was having the hair.
Yeah.
I grew the hair, not especially, but I didn't shave specifically for that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. I think it's us.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think it's like, and I was inspired because there was an article about being our Christmas advert done for under 50 quid. And it's like, well, yeah, that's easy. We can do that.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh yeah, it would be fun. What if we were to do one? What would it be like? It'd be like, oh yeah, it's kind of around this.
Yeah.
I think, but a real big learning experience. I think.
Yeah, 100%.
In terms of doing it, I think in terms of editing it and recording it and all that, you go like, one, yeah, you don't need loads of equipment.
No.
We used some because we had some.
Yeah.
But we could do the exact same thing without. We just need a third person.
Yeah. Yeah.
The only thing. It was like, well, we don't want to talk to people, so let's use the equipment instead.
Yeah. And even that was just for one shot.
Yeah. But yeah, and then just, it was getting out of our own way. My issue with procrastination has always been, once I'm doing it, I'm on it 110%. I'm like laser focused on it.
But it's just starting.
But beginning.
Yeah.
I put it off and I put it off and I put it off. Same reason with this podcast. I mean, today I was late in terms, just in my day. I was unscheduled. I was all over the place, and I was at the point in me. I was like, I just don't want to. I might today was one of the cases. I probably would have been like, I'm not going to record today.
Yeah.
But that was just not wanting to begin, because as soon as you're here and you begin, it changes. Same with the gym. Same with everything. As soon as you're in the gym, you feel great.
Yeah.
It's just getting to the gym or waking up and leaving the house to go to the gym. It's just, that's the thing that you put off. So that's what I have with that. And I think with this one, where we just went, no, this seems funny. And we were both in kind of creative places. So I'm like,
yeah.
Seems like it could be good. I think it turned out pretty good.
No,
I quite liked it.
Definitely.
Seems very us.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing that I keep saying with it.
Yeah.
It's just like, if I was to do one, it would be like this. I could argue we could do it better. We could do more things.
I think so, but I think you save that for the next thing, don't you? Because that's the trap that you get caught in, where you're just constantly trying to improve the thing that you haven't made yet.
Yeah, I mean, like post-release. It's like, I'm very much about, once it's done, release it.
Yeah.
Never just keep it and keep on trying to edit it.
Yeah.
But like just the learning from it, you go like, oh, as a first ever project of our first ever trying to do something like this, in the time frame we had of like we did it in under 6 hours total.
Yeah.
Max between 6 and 8 hours maximum.
It took like 2 hours to plan it, 2 hours to shoot it, and probably another 2 hours to edit, maybe.
Well, not even 2 hours. I was thinking about everything, to be fair. About 6 to 8 hours for everything that we did.
Yeah.
I'd say like 4 hours.
Yeah.
Probably what that took.
Yeah.
And you go like, oh, there's nothing, there's nothing standing in your way. It's just like, no, it's just once you sit down and start doing something and grinding it, becomes easy as fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's fun. I quite like that. We did a second part to that as well. So kind of like 2 little minute months.
So these will be released at different times?
I have no idea. I'll try and figure something out.
Oh, right.
I reckon this is kind of like the bonus DVD. This second one.
Yeah.
The first one is that's the Christmas advert.
Yeah.
And then these are the what do they used to call them? Special features? DVD extras.
Yeah.
Whatever. The DVD extras.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, again, very us. I think that's the thing. That's the thing that I always care about. Is just like, do I enjoy it? Did I enjoy it?
Just do something that's authentic to you.
Yeah, and just and to find something that you like.
Yeah,
I mean, with both of these, I've definitely found myself to be too close to it when I was going over it a few times.
Yeah,
trying to figure out what worked and what didn't work. But I think overall, I go, no, yeah, this is definitely podcasty. As in, this is the tone of the podcast as much as it is of whatever we're doing creatively.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and again, just learning experience. Again, that took about 4 hours.
Yeah,
in total, I'd say between 2 and 4 because that was planned at the same time as the first one.
Yeah.
And the only thing that you could say is we had equipment which we've bought in our personal lives. You could make that argument. Oh, it's in terms of excuses. I think average people would go, "Oh yeah, but I need to get a camera.
It's not difficult.
To get this.
It's not difficult to get that kind of quality anymore."
I think you could just do it on a phone.
Yeah,
I think you could just. There's something that we should try.
Yeah,
just in terms of like, all you need to do, all that's needed is for you to want to do something.
Yeah. Well, it's like if you've got an idea that you need to get out and all you've got is a pen and paper, but you want to use a computer, you're still fucking stupid not to just write it down. Yeah. Like, use your phone. Like, if you want to make something, just start doing it. Yeah. And then you eventually, if you do that enough times, eventually you'll be Slipknot on a boat. It's just you're. And that's also the kind of the tone of the podcast. Everything kind of ties where it's just like the things that we find most funny is the stuff that shouldn't be that is. Yeah. And it's like, although maybe it's just growing up and detesting people who told you how the world was. This is what the world is. This is what this is, and this is what this is. And you go like, yeah, but I don't think so. Yeah. And then you see proof of it, and you're like, yes. Yeah. This is what I live for. It's the Kevin Smith thing, like drop out of film school in order to make a film. Yeah. Like, nah, I don't need to do it your way. It's fun and interesting and everything, but I just want to go and make a movie. So I'm going to do it.
Just want to do what I want to do.
Yeah.
I'll do it. And if I find enough people, I think 1,000 people was his number, then I'm sorted. That's all I want to do.
Yeah.
If there's 1,000 people in the world that enjoy what we do, I'm happy. Rather than being like, well, it's got to sell in China, or whatever, stuff happens to be.
Fuck the metrics. Just make what you want.
I mean, how would you feel if we decided to... we've said it's weird about being with podcast networks, as in we've never done it. It feels strange to do it.
Yeah.
But any kind of something that would make this say they would be able to financially back... Say BBC Sounds wanted to help us with the podcast. I still think it would be weird because there'd be part of me that'd be concerned we wouldn't be able to do that. And even if that isn't very good, even if people don't like it, I just go like... That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do when people say, what did you do? I did this. And we're like, why did you do this? What film is that?
Because there was no one to tell me not to.
When you ask me what Christmas is, that's Christmas to me. I've wrapped it up. Wrapping that axe was beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unwrapping the axe, even better. Yeah. Any thoughts on the Christmassy stuff, Christmassy videos we made? How you found the process?
Yeah, to be honest, it's from an editing standpoint, it's been it was really easy from a production standpoint. I think we just had a solid idea in our heads of what we were wanting to do, and we weren't like worried about.
We actively wanted to keep it simple.
There was enough technical stuff to make it look all right without having too much to overwhelm us. Like I think the one thing we said going away from it was like it was so much easier to do that without worrying about a script and dialogue and everything.
Yeah, strangely as well.
Yeah,
just as soon as you introduce a script, then it becomes, I shouldn't have written that, or I should have worded it differently, or I should have inflexed it differently.
It's something for you to obsess over in the sort of production phase.
Yeah,
that really just kind of would have gotten in the way of something like that. It didn't need any lines.
Yeah. But what that means is it just means, because how do you overcome that? You overcome that with a larger production window. Instead of doing it in an hour or two, you'd be like, well, if it's script, we're going to take multiple takes, and you're going to get all the different variants that you're going to be able to choose from. Yeah. And this was just like, we just want to bang something together, and we know that we're unlikely to do it, so let's just make it as excuse-free as possible. Yeah. What are we going to say? Nothing. Waterworld. Okay. Yeah. Then we're done. Yeah. But yeah, would you do it again?
Yeah, 100%.
Do Christmas again?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be interested to... and this was the idea of Minute Month, was to do this kind of stuff. So I think maybe we could try and revive that. Do a few more. And I think that while it is nice to... and it is good to surprise each other with stuff we haven't seen, I think that we have evidence that that's going to fall by the wayside. Yeah. From both of us. So I think maybe we're like, let's just try and knock something out. Yeah. Once a month. Yeah. In an evening. It could be good. Yeah. Try and figure that out. Could be something quite cool. So yeah, see if... a lot of people didn't get... I showed some friends, they didn't get the movie reference. I can't remember whether you got the movie reference that I was saying. Yes. Before I told you, yeah? Well, no, because I knew before you'd acted it out. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Because we sort of decided on the film with given the implements that were being involved. Yeah. And then worked backwards from there as to, you did, as to how you'd act that out. I mean... So I already knew. I'd say it's a vague thing to get. It was American Psycho. And that was like, well, he's got the axe, he puts on the raincoat, but you could get that to be something else. But I don't think the joke necessarily has to be American Psycho. It's just like he's playing charades and he's acting it out by killing him. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like the other thing that has come out of that in the edit is telling the audience that it was American Psycho. Yeah, that was in the original. We did put it in, and it just felt like, well, we haven't finished. It could still work. It's a thing. Yeah. It just felt like he was telling the same joke twice. Was the only... If you got the reference, but if the reference is kind of vague, even if I saw it, I might question it. Yeah, maybe it's worth putting that back in. Maybe. Did you notice a difference in our two edits? Because we had two different edits, two different things in terms of... Only in this... To be fair, only really in the length of it. As in...
there's a difference between length and pacing. I didn't really notice the pacing was any different, I don't think. Because the longest bit in that first one was
the reveal.
That reveal, which we both said like that shot has to kind of stay as it is. Like that shot's ideal, so just work everything up towards that.
Yeah.
But in that second one, like the longest cut I'd already cut down, like that the jump cutty opening shot, which was originally like a minute long.
Yeah. I've got a newfound respect for filmmakers in terms of the amount of, you forget about the amount of preparation that's really needed to do something. I mean, some of the things that I think we did wrong was like, one, we only did very few takes, and we didn't think about the difference between audio and visual. So it's like we didn't do audio takes and then just have the video. I mean, the intro scene had like me singing in it for like most of the takes.
Yeah.
And it was like, it feels better with this music actually. So let's remove the singing.
Yeah.
And it was like, we didn't think to go, oh, we'll have one with singing, and now we've got the singing, so let's cut no more singing in our takes. Yeah. All that kind of stuff that just needs preparation. We both thought of different shots to take, different angles at different situations. And you go like, even if we didn't think of having those angles, there's part of me now in the future that'd be like, let's just take them.
Yeah.
You know, I don't necessarily think this will work, but it would be nice.
It'd be good.
Everything's different when you add music to it.
Yeah, 100%.
It's totally different. I've always felt that way anyway, but with this one it was like, oh yeah, now we've added the music. It's like, now we know the pacing, the feeling of the piece.
Yeah.
The piece.
And there's a lot of the time when I go out to make something for a client, like, we'll decide on the music before I even hit record on the camera. It's so integral to the pacing and the idea of what they want from the piece, and yet it's one of those things that in most instances slips into the background.
Yeah. Well, everything needs to kind of collage together quite nicely. If you've got incredibly dramatic music with soothing images, it might not work very well.
No.
So you're like, well, what shots do I need to take based on the attitude of the piece you want to do? Yeah. But yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Learned.
Good.
Maybe do more. If we plan stuff. But yeah, I think it'd be cool.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think.
Yeah, 100% interaction. Yeah,
probably release these beforehand, before this episode gets released. But yeah.
Yeah. Cool. And so next week is Christmas.
Yes.
Fuck. That has come. So we'll be having an episode out on Christmas Day.
Yeah. Yeah.
And on New Year's Day, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could release them a little bit earlier, but I mean, like, why?
Yeah, just put them out. I think the thing about podcasts is people listen to them at their own pace anyway. I doubt there's many people that listen to us on the day it comes out.
I do. I'm starting to think I'm a bit of a podcast addict with some podcasts.
No, with the ones I'm dedicated to, like, I don't wait for them, but I do listen to them like as and when they come out.
But yeah, and sometimes Christmas Eve is a nice time to listen to stuff and chill out. But no, just release them as normal.
Yeah.
Give people a distraction on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Do you like Christmas? I can't remember. Oh, that was a whole thing, wasn't it?
That was a whole thing.
I genuinely slipped my mind. I was thinking about Christmas Day. I'm definitely more Christmassy than you are. This has been established. I sang that song from Home Alone.
Yeah.
Hark go the bells.
Yeah. Da, 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 da.
Yeah, I sang that.
Gaily we sing along.
Oh, I forget so much. My brain doesn't hold on to any information. I forgot about that whole thing. So are you looking forward to Christmas Day? It's based on what I said.
Yes. Yeah, I think so.
Fair enough. Well, yeah. Maybe we can do something Christmassy next week. I don't know.
Yeah, Christmas episode.
See what happens.
Let's do it. Let's start the competition again.
The competition.
It's not a competition.
I had an axe. That's pretty Christmassy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we made a Christmas advert. Show it around.
Yeah. I think.
Show your friends what we do at Christmas.
Well, we watched some Christmas ads and they were like, we don't understand any of these.
No.
Don't understand it, didn't see it. There was one that was Marks and Spencer's was just people wearing jumpers and dancing.
Shit.
It was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I just missed the last 3 years of Christmas adverts.
And then there was that guy talking to his dead mum. That was the one that was...
that was under 50 quid.
That was the advert made for 50 quid or something like that. Again, if you're into sentimental stuff, I'm sure it's very soothing and everything like that. But
same as cat videos.
Yeah.
Like, people watch cat videos.
Yeah.
People watch Christmas adverts.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And this is the joy. This is what I find delicious. It's just people accidentally finding that. and all I want is just more of this in the world. Just that's all I want. That feeds my soul. This is great, right? They're like, why?
Hey, you made something.
Merry Christmas.
You're very productive.
But yeah, just that moment. And that's my favourite thing with interactions as well, is getting that moment of people going like, hang on, what? What? I'd rather have bewilderment. I'd rather have bewilderment than acceptance in every scenario.
Yeah.
But if you liked it, let us know. We'd like to do some more stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, from our perspective, we like it. We're just not sure if anyone else will.
We'll see.
Just because we're too close to it.
Yeah.
Anyway, bit of extra to the podcast this week.
Yeah.
Preparation. So yeah, I'm at Nick Snip.
I am at Sing It Steve.
We are at Pulling Teeth Pod on Twitter and Instagram.
And you can find it at facebook.com/Pulling Teeth Podcast, where all of this stick gets posted.
Wisdom at pullingteethpodcast.com if you want to get in touch. We do read emails.
Absolutely everything is on pullingteethpodcast.com.
That's the one,
I believe. And find us on YouTube with the full episodes of the videos. Subscribe, share, tell your friends, and all that stuff. And we'll see you on.
Or we'll break into your house. Try and mug your web domain off you, because we could officially be influencers. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm very influential with an axe in my hand.
Yeah. Or a camera.
Or a camera.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, good.
We'll see you on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be weird. Yeah.